Hello. Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Sorry for being late. I think it was quite important that all the players were there with a really good performance. And when I look back, so not only my impression, but on the objective data of the game, we had more possession than Fulham. We are the first team since 1 year who were able to have more possession than Fulham in their stadium, because their philosophy is to have more possession. We had more shoots on the goal, more shoots in general, so I think we really deserved this result, and I was really content. And it's not about one or two players with some brilliant offensive move. For sure, it was a great finish of Nelson. It was a brilliant assist of Wes, but it was also important to defend very well, to create chances, to exhaust the opponent with our possession, especially in the second half, to be dangerous with counter action. So I'm really content with the whole squad, and it was really impressing, because it was a draw. 100% happy you are only with a win, that's for sure, but we were there with really, like you said, many new lads. We had to do without so many important lads for us, and I think we really deserved at least this draw, and so for that I'm really content with the performance.
Looking back, what areas weren't you happy with from your team? Where did you think you could improve?
I think in the first minutes we had some problems with controlling the ball and with the possession. So I think it was a little bit because we were nervous. We had to do a little bit without some really important players. But I think it was Fulham, and it was quite normal. The second thing, I think, in the working against the ball, in the pressing, we were compact and good, but not perfect. And against such a good possession team like Fulham, you have to be perfect. So I think it was our pressing against the ball in the first minutes was not so synchron and not so all together. There were some space for improvements in this area, and for that we changed after 30 minutes to 4-1-4-1 and tried to be a little bit more the mirror because of Fulham, because it helps to calm them down and to get more control about the game. And but I think also in the 3-5-2, it's always important in the 3-5-2 to press very, very high, and that was a little bit of a problem. We were not able to get in this, to come into this high pressing, and for that we had some problems in the defensive line, because sometimes they could run with a lot of speed on our last row, and that were some problematic situation. And then they put the ball out on the wing, and then we had the situations. So with facing a winger with who comes with speed on our last row, it was a problem to close the wing. So there were different areas of the game we have to improve. But for sure we will. Yeah, it's always about find the right balance when you play 3 games in just 7 days or in 1 week. So it's always a little bit tricky. But for me, even if it's a league game or cup game, an FA Cup or League Cup, it's always the same. I want to win the game. So I want to win each and every game, and each and every competition it's got a high priority for me, this game. And I think especially in the beginning of the season, it's quite important that the team finds their rhythm. So I don't believe in too many changes between games, especially in the beginning of the season, because the team has to find the rhythm. So for sure there will be some changes, because we had just 2 days between this game. So Fulham was a really tough and hard game and with a high intensity. So we have to do some changes, but without losing our focus, without losing our balance. So it will be a little bit tricky, but for sure we want to be there with the best starting 11 for this game, and we want to win this game, and that has a high importance for me. A very good guy, and especially he's a very good all-rounder, because he starts in like a number 10 and an offensive winger. In the last years he played more like a holding midfield, and very often on the left fullback position. So he's very experienced, and he's able to cover different positions. In addition to that, you are still a young guy, so in the middle of 20, but also very experienced, had 8 or 9 appearances for Borussia Dortmund in the German Bundesliga under Jürgen Klopp, in a very good team. I think he was member of the team who won the title in this year. After that, he has right now nearly 170 appearances in the German second Bundesliga, zweite Bundesliga, with 20 goals. So it shows he's able to, and over 20 assists, he's able to cover more defense position, but also able to score and to assist. So technical, really good player, and tall as well. He's 1.90 m, so helps a little bit in set pieces and when we need to be good with the head. So I think a really good all-rounder, and in addition to that, last year he played 31 games from the start for VfL Bochum, so he had the whole pre-season done. He's in a very good physical condition. He needs some days to get used to our philosophy, for sure, but I think he's able to help pretty soon.
Tom Tribal, too soon for him tomorrow, do you think?
So with Tom, I think he needs 1 or 2 weeks for his physical condition, because his contract ends in June, and he was just doing the first period of the preseason for himself, so he needs some more training with the group. So it differs a little bit with Marco, because he was together with VfL Bochum on a top, really good niveau in the second Bundesliga the whole preseason, had many games. For Tom, I think it's a little bit too early to bring him on the pitch, so we will need, I think, 10 more days or whatever. So yeah, if there are some problems with injuries or so, perhaps for the bench, but I really would prefer to do without him tomorrow night.
Russell Knight, is it true that he basically had to have an injection to play on Saturday?
Yes, it's true. He was there with a great will, because it was not such a big problem. But 2 days before the game, he had a really hard hit on his feet, and he was nearly there with some messages and whatever our physios done to him, though nearly 24 hours a day. And yeah, he played with a lot of pain and some injections, but showed a great attitude, and I really think he did really well, especially against the quick counter action. So he defended really well, had really good datas, and so I was really content. So we have to think a little bit about if it's the right decision to bring him tomorrow on the pitch after such a hard game, especially with the pain. I will see how he feels after the training today. I'm honest. I think about giving him a little break, because especially when you get a little bit older, you need a little bit more to recreate. And so he missed the first 2 weeks in the preseason, and now there was this problem with this injury. So I think about to give him a break tomorrow, but we'll see how he feels after the training. Yes, Russell is a brilliant idol. I told it many times, especially. Also, sometimes when he's injured or whatever, he's not on the pitch. He's so important for the dressing room, because he's a brilliant character and a really professional and such a smart guy. He always cares about all the guys, all his teammates in the squad. He knows each and every guy here on the pitch. Speak with all the younger lads in the academy. He's really an idol for them, and he really shows what it means to be a professional guy. So I'm really content with him. We won't use this cup as taking some risks or for some experiments or whatever. So we won't be there. We want to win the games, and we want to go on as far as we can in this cup. And when we're on the pitch, we want to win. And there's no difference. So I don't give any presents away for holding the squad together, so that all of them are content to play. It's about to bring the the best team on the pitch, which is possible, and that's what we're planning to do. Like I said, I think it was too many attention of Nelson. I don't want to speak anymore about Nelson Oliveira. Just a general thing, though, without mention any player or whatever. For me, it's quite important. So I heard a sentence. I don't know. I think it was Tony Adams. I'm not sure, but once he said, "It's quite important that you love the name on the shirt, but not on the back side, on the front side. It's a club name," and that's my deep believing. So I think it's always about the club and not about one player. And that's that's quite important. And I think so. For me, it's really important to have this feeling that all the guys are concentrated on working for the club, on doing everything for the club and not for himself. And that's my job, to remind them on this topic. And that's the most important. That's the most important thing. When I realize that there's a player or a member of the staff, or it's always the same. It's the same for managers, for head coaches. It's not about to work for yourself. It's about to work for the club and to give everything for the club, because it's all about the teammates and all about the group, and that's why I'm here for. And don't talk so much about special players. It's my task to remind them on this topic. And if I've got the feeling, the impression, I have to remind them. I will act and I will remind them.
Do you feel like you need more options in terms of strikers and forwards before the window closes?
No, I don't think so. I'm content with the guys I have. I think we have many options. So especially in the striker positions. So Marley Watkins played in the striker position. Josh Murphy during the preseason, he can. I'm content with the squad I have.
And just one more. I know Alex Pritchard is nowhere near being fit, but have you got any more of an inkling on how long he'll be out for now?
Not yet. I think tomorrow morning there's a very important date with the doctor, and there will be a little bit, more concrete diagnosis how long he will we have to do without him. But I think there will be some more weeks. So I think for sure. Till the first break of the first international break. So, but we have to wait some more days. I think tomorrow we can tell a little bit concrete, more concrete.